Hello everybody and welcome back into my little basement dungeon slash grow room for the winter. I'm probably going to keep this going all year round though, so I guess it's probably like a permanent grow room at this point. But anywho, I thought we'd take a look at what's growing on. I've got a little bit of exciting news upstairs in the studio, won't take long. So yeah, we'll get started with a little clip from up there. And then we'll take a look at what's growing on down here. So as the aphid war rages on, I found this little guy who's a little camera shy here. See if I can get a better angle on it. Up on the sand dollar pepper plant, where I saw a little bit of a Discovery Channel moment with the ladybugs a little while back. I'm pretty sure this is ladybug larva. This is, focus on the right thing. And it was gone. Certainly seems to have quite the appetite for these little white aphids or mites or whatever the heck they are. Be nice to find a few more of them, but I really doubt that where there's one larva there's only one. Anywho, my camera doesn't really want to focus on this guy. It keeps trying to get the plants in the background, so just thought I'd share that bit of what I believe to be exciting news. And or y'all can let me know, maybe that's something completely different. But I'm pretty sure that is ladybug larva. So hopefully a lot of these aphids are going to go away now. Watching them moving up and down in the zoom. Grrr. So now with the addition of the ladybug larva, I'm starting to get a little bit more confident this sand dollar is going to make it. Got a lot of new growth here since I did my cutting back. Doesn't seem to be anywhere near as much of an aphid population on it. Yeah, she might just make it. I guess now that we're back down in the dungeon, we'll start with these egg cartons, see how my seeds are coming along. Might be time to give up on these guys and refresh them, but there's not a lot left in there, so let's go. In this first one here, it's just two varieties that didn't sprout up for me. It's the brain strain and the firecracker, so I will try to remember to replant some of those as we get closer to the actual season. And this one here is a chocolate ghost, but I did get another chocolate ghost out of it, so I do at least have that strain on the grow. Anyway, yeah, dump these out and refresh the container, start again with the new set of seeds in a month or so, and take it from there. Then out of that more recent planting of the stuff I got from Dave, it's a chocolate naga brain. Having issues getting those brain strains to start. Pineapple ricotta, I think, and ahi crystal. So only 3 out of the 18 varieties there that didn't sprout up for me either. So that's not bad. That means there's at least 15 more varieties in here since I put those down. So those are off to the side for now, and I'll clean them out and, like I say, start again probably in a month or so with a new batch of seeds. For the most part, all of these little seedlings seem to be doing well. I did have an MA Vortex that didn't quite make it, so I pulled that out today. Flopped over at the base, so I'm thinking it's a little too wet in its cup there, so I'm going to try and cut back on the moisture levels and water things from the bottom like I'm supposed to in the first place. But got quite a few varieties. I got a couple mystery tomatoes here because the labels fell off, so I don't quite know what those are. But here's the summertime dwarf gold, that's coming up nicely, and then the broad ripple yellow currant. These things are going to be explosive outside in the summertime, so that's excellent. Then over here it's got the starts for the Cherokee purple tomatoes. Very nice, very nice. Get some more sun in the yard. Maybe I'll get some more ripe tomatoes this year. And these are the ones from the red cherry tomatoes that I just kind of squished on the soil and watered. This feels a little damp and heavy too. But yeah, I got that going, so at least 4 known types of tomatoes there. Actually, I guess we got 5 because that's an indigo rose back in the corner there. This one here is another one of the, I don't know anymore what kind of tomato this is. We'll see. Let's look at what pepper varieties I've got sprouted here. My seed starting areas always turn into this little slidey puzzle game as the season gets closer, but what do we got here up front? This is a nice looking example. It's a shishito, not doing too bad. We got an MOA Scotch bonnet behind it. A couple of Primo seedlings. I'll let those get a little bit bigger, and then I'll split them up into their own cups. And here's a Jay's Chocolate Ghost Scorpion. Just a little guy right now, but he's got time, it'll grow. And what do we have beside that in the back here? The Ahi Penic. Again, there's two of them in there, so when they get a little bit bigger, switch them out, transplant them into their own cups. Down here we've got one of the Weary, I don't know, I still don't know how to pronounce that. Apparently it's a really good sauce type pepper though. Got a little bit of feedback on that, so that would be exciting. And we've got the Ahi Calabazo. C-A-L-A-B-A-Z-O. Calabazo? I don't know. I think so, anyway. Another one of the Riri, I don't know. El Oro de Ecuador is another one that's got two in there, because with the seeds from Dave I put two into each little egg cup, and a lot of them both sprouted, so I kind of ran out of soil and light space. What do we have here is a chocolate habanero. Tried growing some of these last year, didn't survive the aphid wars, so I am very much hoping this year for a different result. Got another MOA Scotch bonnet back there. Let's see here, we've got Jay's Peach Ghost Scorpion. Technically, I guess that's my contest pepper for the pepper lovers community. Not looking so hot right now, but you know, maybe in a few months, a few years, we'll see. Got a little yellow scorpion here, seems to be doing okay-ish. Needed to pop up some true leaves for me though, that would be nice. And here's one that looks fun, a Devil's Heart. That just kind of sounds scary, doesn't it? We'll see how it tastes. Trinidad Small Cherry Pepper, that's going to be fun to find out. Here's one of the Carbonero peppers. Already got some true leaves coming up in that. There's one of the Big Sun Habaneros. Got some true leaves coming up in that too. So, excellent. And what do we have here? We have another, I believe both of these are the Ahi Verde. Excellent. So, I'm kind of expecting a green pepper out of those, you know, it's a Verde, that's green, I think. So that's not bad, that's the selection going under these two lights here. You'll notice it's been upgraded a little bit. I've got the 5000 Kelvin bulb in this one, this is like a 9-watt LED. I also recovered one of the fixtures. This used to have a specialty plant spectrum LED in it, 14 water, but it wasn't doing me a lot of good, and well, we'll get into that a little bit later on in the video, but I took it out, I replaced it with a 17-watt 5000 Kelvin bulb, and now that whole shelf seems to be doing a whole lot better. Definitely this half of it here has got much more light. I'm hoping that will definitely result in some bigger, broader leaves and some beautiful growth, and maybe in the next couple of weeks it'll start looking like, you know, a collection of peppers instead of just cups filled with dirt. Yeah. Over here we've got that pumpkin. Downhill road for this pumpkin, I don't know. That's not a happy looking leaf. And they're sounding an awful lot like crinkly paper. Doesn't seem to be a lot of new growth going on at the end here. Although that kind of looks like it's an offshoot. So we'll see. Oh, there looks like an offshoot up there too. So I guess we will see. I'm not going to write that one off just yet. But yeah, you know, the odds were never really good for that. Anyway, carrying on, let's take a look at the hydroponics. Well, let's take a look at what's on top of the hydroponics, and then we'll dive into the actual ponics. So sitting on top of that Euro Grower garden, we've got these two Kratky style crimson red peppers. They're doing good. They're doing real good. I'm very happy. It was predicted that these peppers would do particularly well, and whoever said that spoke right. Spoke rightly indeed. Over here we've got one of the Yard Fatales that I moved into a Kratky type container as well. And it seems to have some pretty decent roots on it at the moment. Get back in there, don't want to destroy anything. Not a lot of upward growth on that, but it's spreading out, so that to me is kind of exciting. Looking at the cups here, our first one is, it is labeled, I can feel the tape on there. It's the Tide Dragon. It's got some nice shape to the leaves already. looking a little positive. Got some curl going on here. Thinking I might need to water with a little Epsom salts, but what variety is this? It's another crimson red. What do you know? So yeah, those ones are doing particularly well, but I mean, okay, all started at the same time. There's the crimson red in soil, there's the crimson red in cracky. Doesn't take much to see the difference there. Wowzers. Cracky definitely works for this particular variety of pepper. Anyway, we're going through the rest of these here. Got some red ghost pepper there, and Trinidad Congo. I think maybe this is a Trinidad Congo as well. Yes, it is. And then what do we have here? It's twisted, so I can't get to the label. This would be the chocolate ghost that did sprout. So, already got its true leaves. It's starting off doing its thing. Here we've got another one of the shishitos. Those peppers were so leggy, but not much you can do. This sticker came off of this one here. There's a red fatale. Put that back on there. Not looking great, but I'll give it a few more days before I make any decisions on that. What do we have in the back corner? It's a chocolate bootlaw. That looks like it has aphids. Well, I'm going to squish those, and then we'll get back to it. Well, I just discovered the ones that were sitting in that back corner there were the ahi pineapples, and they did not survive their transplant. This chocolate moruga did, though. Keep working over here. We've got another Big Sun habanero, the surviving M.A. Wartrix. Hopefully it will do well. I won't have to replant those. And then all these three in the row here are Bahucholokia yellow. So I guess those are yellow ghosts effectively, so I don't really need to worry about planting more of those. In front of that we have 7-pot brain strain yellow, starting to look like a proper pepper plant there. And beside it, the Sugar Rush, we got peach, red, and cream all sprouted up. And I've got another Jay's Peach Ghost Scorpion here. Moving over, we've got yet another crimson red pepper. My oregano, it's not looking so happy. Need to go through there and trim off the dead stuff, but I'm kind of afraid that might not leave me a whole lot going there. But I do have a cutting in the hydroponics, so we'll get to that in a minute. Behind the oregano here we have the Naga black pepper. Seems to be doing alright. And behind that we have another one of the Carbonaro peppers. Here we've got 3 billy goats. This one in the back, I'm particularly pleased with how well it's doing. And these 2, I believe, are Chinese 5 stars. A little bit of weirdness going on with the leaf here, but it seems to be recovering. I really like the dark purple on those initial seed leaves. And Holy Sweet. And then all of these are reapers that sprouted up from the seeds in the dried peppers. Let's remove the little humidome jar. So 5 in soil and 1 in the hydroponics. Hopefully I'll have some reapers this year to harvest. That would be nice. Down here we have another summertime dwarf gold tomato start. And in the back here is another broad ripple. Then these are the Juliet hybrids. They're freaks, the volunteer tomatoes. Beautiful, beautiful paste tomatoes though, so look how well they're growing. I mean, compared to everything else in the soil, these guys are soil prize winners for sure. The ones in the hydroponics are doing quite nice as well. Those cucumbers down there in the ponics are doing surprisingly well. And over on the end of things here we've got a sage that I've moved to a peanut butter kratky situation here. Oh, as the pump kicks in. It seems to be doing alright. Roots aren't looking fantastic. Had to put a little red tape around the side of this net cup because it kind of wanted to fall through. And that there is the New Mexico 6 chili. So, again, we've got some kind of weird looking leaves going on, but all in all, it's still technically alive. Step back a little bit here. I did raise the light up a couple of feet so that it spreads out a little more evenly over the garden. So the plants probably aren't getting, well, the plants in the middle anyway, probably aren't getting quite as much light as they were getting before because it is farther away, but now the plants on the edges are at least getting you know, a little bit more light. So everything's going to balance out. It's all going to work. I found a 6000K LED strip light that I can apparently put together for like $25 or so. I believe SSL Family Dad did something similar, so I'm going to check and see what his results were with that. But 6000K is a slight improvement to the 5000K, and things seem to be doing alright with that. So better is better. If I can get an LED strip that's somewhere between these two for colors, it only cost me 25 bucks and a little bit of time, I think that's going to be a good idea. So on that note, I think I'm going to wrap this up today with a big old thank you all for joining me on this weekly update down here and seeing what's growing on. If I'm incorrect and that is not a ladybug larva crawling around on my pepper plants, and you know that for a fact, let me know. I'm pretty sure it is though. Oh, here goes the furnace. You can always tell you're in a basement when, right? Anyway, I'm pretty sure it is a ladybug larva. I had something similar a couple years back on some sunflowers, and it was identified as ladybug larva. So, yay! There's plenty of food for it up there to eat. I'm a little nervous about moving it downstairs, where you know, we've got some aphids starting to kick in down here too. I'd like to move it down here, but I don't want to break the poor thing. So, yeah. I'll figure something out. Anyway, tune in next week. We'll see what's growing on and how things are improving down in the dungeon. Take care until then, everybody. See ya.